Okay, we are live and it is Thursday night and I'm really happy to be on here. And we're going to dive deep into, like I said, the main character energy holistic goal setting workshop. That is just one out of the 11 classes that we'll be offering at Stardust and Shadow Soiree, the Rainbow Market. So Fantasy Fitness under BMC or Brennan Mary Co. is offering 11 classes ranging from meditation to yoga to mobility to boot camps to the goal setting workshop like this, like everything wellness you can think of. We're offering 11 classes and they're all going to be Sarah J. Maas themed at Stardust. So what we're doing from now until May is we're going live 1 to 2 times a month and doing like a little bit of a preview so that you can see what's involved in the class, so you can see if it's something you're interested in signing up in. On top of that, I am doing a contest just for Alexia Events Facebook page with these lives. So at the end of each live, I'm going to put a question or a prompt or something to make you comment below. And if you comment below and answer said question or prompt, that is an entry into win a free membership for our Nexus app, which is essentially fantasy fitness in the palm of your hand that you can take with you anywhere and has a whole bunch of cool perks that I'll kind of talk about at the end. So stick around, stay tuned, and if you want to, you can go back to the other lives and answer those questions in the comment section and get more entries that way. So with that being said, we're going to dive into learn how to unleash your inner protagonist and take charge of your wellness adventure and learn what that looks like. So just like I said about all of these classes at Stardust being SJM themed, this workshop specifically for Stardust is going to be SJM themed. So while we'll be talking about wellness and how to deep dive into wellness and understand who you are as your hero, we're going to relate this and explore different characters within the Sarah J. Maas universe and use them kind of as inspiration for us to chase our dreams. So what can you expect in the main character energy holistic goal setting workshop? So first and foremost, you can expect to get an all-in-one main character energy holistic goal setting planner and workbook. I'm really excited to release this workbook. It is coming out in January, or will be released to start for January. I'll release it for Christmas. And it is all of the things I love about like I don't know, just the type A personality of tracking, habit tracking, having a planner, having checklists, having book trackers, self-care checklists, self-care bingo, budget trackers, everything when it comes to all of our goals, like in one place. So I have the annual calendar, the quarterly calendar, the monthly calendars, the daily, the weekly calendars, but I also have gratitude lists and reflections and all of the different checklists and everything you need all in one book in chronological order from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, because I'm tired of having 5 different books to do all the things I want to do. So I'm making one book to have it all. And on top of that, because it's fantasy fitness, it's fantasy themed. So it's not just like, okay, here's your reflection. It's like, okay, we're going to talk about who you are as a character and understanding what your main character energy is and what does your character development arc look like and who is in your cadre and so on and so forth. So I'm really excited to release that book. But with that being said, that book, that planner and workbook, is going to be a part of the main character energy holistic goal setting workshop. So if you attend the workshop, you get the book, which I mean is even more exciting. So this dynamic workshop is going to provide you with specific tools and strategies to help you achieve balance across all 8 dimensions, which I'll get into what they are in a little bit. We'll kick off the workshop by defining what health and wellness is, because there is a difference between health and wellness. And I'm not going to explain that now. You'll have to attend the workshop to learn. But understanding that is like, just like the foundation in building a house that doesn't fall apart. Like if you don't have that foundational understanding, then you can't build anything up upon it. So we're going to go break down what health and wellness is and the difference between health and wellness and why these concepts matter. Then we'll dive into your main character energy. So reflecting on your identity, your unique traits, and what empowers your narrative. What is your belief system? Where is your environment in? What are maybe your character defects? And looking at everything that makes you, you. Then from there, we'll examine what the 8 dimensions of wellness are, and we'll engage on some hands-on activities and exercises throughout the workshop to help you assess your current strengths and identify areas for growth in these 8 dimensions. Now, these 8 dimensions that I keep mentioning are physical health, emotional health, social health, intellectual health, spiritual health, financial health, environmental health, and occupational health. Now, these are the 8 dimensions of wellness. So I'm not just talking about fitness and nutrition goals. I'm talking about every area of your life and trying to find balance in all of them. Because for me, it's not just like, oh, I want to be able to lift a heavy weight and eat healthy and hit my calories. No, it's for me, I want to try to find balance so that I can live and enjoy myself and prosper and thrive in all areas of my life, whether that may be physical fitness, whether that may be my emotional health, whether that's my social communities, maybe my occupation, working with you guys in fantasy fitness. So how I like to explain it is, you ever see like a juggler or a clown like have a plate and they spin it on like that little stick? So imagine that's your 8 dimensions of wellness in a nice little circle, kind of like a pie. You got 8 slices. If you put too much weight into 1/8 of the pie, like if you just go all into your career and that's all you focus on, or you just go all into socialization and that you don't focus on any physical health, or maybe you only focus on finances and you're not very spiritual, that pie is going to flip and it's going to fall off the stick. So what we're doing is we're trying to find balance, and balance doesn't mean like perfectly balanced in all pie slices at the same time. It's mean, okay, I'm going a little farther here, I'm going to bounce back that way, okay, I'm going to bounce back that way, and it's learning how to be adaptable to build resilience. So as we progress and understand these 8 dimensions in the workshop, we're going to tackle fear setting and goal planning, because both of them are important. It's not just important to goal set, it's also important to fear set, because understanding your fears will help you set realistic goals that you actually want to reach, personalized to you. From there, we'll be fully equipped by the end of the workshop to confidently break down your ambitions into manageable steps for annual, quarterly, monthly goals, planning, as well as weekly and daily planning techniques that will help you stay organized and motivated on your journey. So then you'll have a personalized action plan tailored to you on your unique journey that you can take with you as you leave the workshop, that will give you insights on how to integrate this into your daily life in a way that you will be confident in as you enter your role into a hero in your own story. So who should attend this workshop? This workshop is for anyone who wants to enhance their overall well-being and set meaningful, achievable goals. So whether you're new to wellness and maybe even like I just mentioned this 8-dimension concept and it's completely new to you, or maybe you're like a seasoned Valkyrie and you have that mind-body wellness balance on point, and maybe you just want to enhance or hold yourself more accountable in your wellness journey and adventure. But no matter what, you'll be able to use these insights to develop practical strategies that you'll be able to apply to your daily life. So what do you need to bring to this workshop? Well, you'll have to gather your favorite writing utensils, whether that be pens, markers, highlighters, any additional tools for creativity like stickers or tabs. Think about just like when you're like filling out like a habit list or a to-do list or a calendar, however that looks like for you. Some people just need one pen. If you're like me, you need like 10 different colored highlighters and a bunch of tabs. Like I'm thinking about like when you tab a book out when you're reading it, right? So whatever you need to be prepared to fill out a journal and a workbook and a calendar. And then from there, We're going to be in a nice little circle. I'm going to have a nice little presentation on the wall, and we're going to be seated on the ground. So a yoga mat or pillow or blanket, something that you can like sit and lay on so that you can like write in your book in like a seated position on the ground, or lay on the ground and write in your book, whatever that looks like for you to make you comfortable. And you can always bring a chair if you want to, but I like the whole like kumbaya in a circle on the ground kind of thing. So, and I say yoga mat, you don't have to, we're not doing yoga or anything like that, but the yoga mat is available if you want to bring a yoga mat. Okay, now let's talk about what you'll uncover on this journey. You'll gain clarity into personal quest within each dimension. You'll identify strengths and pinpoint specific areas of growth. You'll develop well-rounded strategies to build resilience and conquer your fears. And you'll connect with fellow heroes who are on the same quest as you, looking for growth and balance. So, with that being said, I'm going to dive into a sample portion of this class. So this is one of the first exercises we do in the workshop, and we're going to do it right now. Now, I'm going to draw the worksheet on the dry erase board so that you guys can see it, but in the workshop, it'll be printed out so you won't have to draw the circles or anything like that, which you'll see what I mean when I say circles in a second. But with that being said, if you have a piece of paper, pencil, follow along, and we're going to do what we call the wellness wheel exercise. So first and foremost, we have to draw the wheel. So we're going to draw a circle, and we're going to give it 8 slices. So grab my handy dandy marker. Back up a little bit for you guys. Okay, so you're going to draw a nice big circle. Oh, it's a little crooked, but that's okay. I'm not Feyre. Okay, we got the circle. And then from there, there we go, that works. From there, we're going to draw 8 pie slices. Fantastic. So we got the 8 dimensions of wellness and the 8 pie slices. From there, we're going to give each one a name. So we're focusing here on the spokes. So like a wheel that like goes around. So this is a spoke, this is a spoke, this is a spoke. So this is kind of the beginning. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4. So we're going to go around and fill out these spokes. So first and foremost, we have physical wellness. From there, we have emotional. From there, we have intellectual. From there, we have social. Spiritual. Environmental. Occupational, and financial. Okay, that's a bad L, there we go. Okay, so what we're going to do from there is we are going to draw 4 inner circles, and then we're going to do a rating system on the spokes. So what I mean by that is we're going to draw circle 1 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're doing a grading system from 0 to 5. Now what that grading system means is we are rating how well we're doing in each spoke of wellness. So 0 is I am doing absolutely nothing. This is not good. Please send help. Number 1 is I own this weakness. I know I definitely need to work on it. I have a flat tire, but I've made attempts. Number 2 is, okay, fine, I admit that the area isn't great and I can do better here. Area 3 is, this part of my life is pretty solid, but I'm sure that there's something I could do to improve it. 4 is, I am satisfied with this dimension. There's probably more I can do, but I'm not sure I have the time or energy to. And then 5 is, I completely happy and fulfilled in this part of my life. I see no room for improvement. So with that being said, we're going to dive into grading each dimension. So first, physical wellness. So think of Cassian and his incredible ability to have physical wellness in the capacity of, it's not just fitness for him, it's not just working out, it's also recovery, resting, stretching, nutrition education. He's very well-rounded when it comes to the yin and the yang of fitness. So this dimension focuses on your physical health and your ability to recover. So are you regularly engaging in regular exercise, eating well, hydrating, and getting enough rest? So for me, I'm going to give myself a 4 because while there's more that I could do, I don't have the time or energy to do anymore. So you're going to go to your spoke for physical wellness, and then you're going to give yourself a rating, whether it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So for me, I'm going to put a circle at 4. From there, we're going to move on to emotional wellness. So reflecting on emotional resilience and someone's ability to communicate their emotions, communicate their fears, communicate anxieties, stand up for their emotional intelligence. I like to think of Elaine Archeron for this one because she's very good at standing up for her emotions. Even though people think she's the quiet one, like she always stands up if people tend to start talking about her, or thinking they know what she's thinking or what she's feeling. So this involves understanding and managing your emotions effectively. So do you have healthy coping mechanisms and emotional resilience? So for me, I'm going to give this one a 3 because while I'm doing things to improve it, there are things like more journaling, more meditation that I want to do and that I think I can fit into my schedule. So I'm going to give myself a 3 for that one. So find emotional, and then wherever you're rating yourself. Fantastic. From there, intellectual. So consider Aylin's love for learning and creativity. She loves the theater, she loves to play piano, dance. So this dimension doesn't only encourage a love for books, which I know we all have, but it's also a love for expression of the arts. So are you challenging yourself mentally and exploring new ideas in both of these ways? So for me, I'm going to say 3 because while I do a lot of books, I do want to get into a little bit more nonfiction. I love the fiction, I love the romantasy, but there are a little bit like autobiographies and history and things like that that I do want to read. So I'm going to give myself a 3 for this one. So you'll find intellectual health, and then you'll find your spoke. 1, 2, 3. From there, we have social wellness. So think of the camaraderie among the members of the Night Court or Aylin's cadre. So this focuses on your relationship and connections with others and yourself. So do you have supportive friendships and a sense of belonging? So for me, for this one, I am very big into the community. It was something that when I first started working at home during COVID, I kind of withdrew from, so I've been trying to dive heavy into it. So I have fantasy fitness, I go out to the events, I'm in martial arts with my son, I go to calisthenics and meetups. So I'm gonna give myself a 5 for this social wellness. So same thing, you're going to find your spoke and then give yourself a rating. Almost done, halfway there. Spiritual wellness. So think of someone who is purpose-driven. So I like to think of Gwyn. So she finds strength in her beliefs, she seeks justice when necessary, and she braces her identity. So this dimension pertains to your sense of purpose and values. So it's not just, do you have a religion? Because you don't have to have a religion to be spiritual. But are you in tune with what gives your life meaning? So for me, I'm going to give myself a 3 for this one, very similar to the emotional wellness. There are things I'm doing, but I think I have time to fit in other things that I would like to do for this one, specifically meditating and meeting with people who have like-minded spiritual beliefs for me. So give yourself a rating. 1, 2, 3 for me. whatever number you choose. From there, environmental wellness. So I love this example. So think of Amren and her home. So the sanctuary she has, she has every detail is a perfect representation of her preferences. So it's free from clutter, free from distractions. It's away from people she doesn't want to be by. It's cozy the way she wants it to be cozy. So environmental wellness isn't just reuse, reduce, recycle, and be outside. That's part of it. But it's also, what does your environment look like? And is it healthy for you? So this is going to examine how your surroundings affect your well-being. So are you creating a nurturing space that supports your growth and aligns with your personal aesthetic? So for me with this one, I'm going to give myself a 4, because while we are working on this and I've recognized parts of my home don't fit into my personal aesthetic, we're currently working on those renovations. So I'm going to give myself a 4 because we're working on it, but not quite there yet. Give yourself your rating. Okay. Oh, I skipped one. Okay. Next is occupational. So think of the fierce dedication and passion that drives Rhysand as he navigates the complexities of leadership in Valaris. So how he's balancing power and compassion. And how he has always dreamed of doing what he's doing, and especially with Feyre by his side. So this dimension involves finding fulfillment in your work and your career, and always pursuing to level up in that career. So are you satisfied with your job, and is it in alignment with your passion? So for me, I'm definitely going to say 5 on this one, because I'm doing this with you guys and I absolutely love it. So 5 out of 5, I am exactly where I want to be. Okay, and lastly, financial. So financial isn't just about money in the bank. It's about being clever and strategic with the decisions you make in terms of investing, whether that's a home, a car, an IOU, whatever that may be, in terms of financial leverage and wealth. So I like to think of Selena Sardathian when she was making wise investments that ultimately led to secure her freedom from Arab and Hummel and get her out of the Assassin's Keep. So this dimension focuses on financial health and management skills. So are you budgeting effectively and planning financially to be wealthy in the future? So for me, I'm going to give myself a 3 on this one because we're currently redoing our budget. So once that budget is redone, I'll probably give myself a 4. Okay, so we gave ourselves all of our ratings. So what we're going to do next is we're going to make our wheel with our spokes. So we're going to connect all of these lines. So we're going to go from one to the other, to the other, to the other, to the other. So as you can see, yes, there we go. As you can see, it's not quite a circle. It is, I'm going to use blue so you can see it a little better. Mine's more like a star almost, or like a trapezoid. So the whole point of this exercise is that we are using it as a self-assessment to reveal how balanced or unbalanced our wheel is. Like I said, having that stick with the pie spinning on top of it. So the goal isn't to get everything to 5 all at once because none of us could function at that capacity, but it's used as like a check-in to see if we're putting too much on one side, not enough in the other, so that we can kind of have a checks and balance system. Maybe every quarter or even every month you can do it. So just like a wheel needs all spokes to be, for the most part, very even for the wheel to turn, we want our spokes to be, for the most part, even so that we can keep turning forward. So that is our wellness wheel assessment that I wanted to show you guys today as just a little bit of a sneak peek to the main character energy holistic goal setting workshop. If you want to learn more, definitely attend the workshop. It is going to be amazing, and you get the workbook as well that includes assessments and worksheets like this. As well as a reminder, we do have that special giveaway exclusively for the live sections in Alexia's page. So at the end of each live, I'm going to give you guys a prompter question, answer it in the comments, and that gets you to enter to win a month of our Nexus app membership, which gives you fantasy fitness in the palm of your hands. That's follow along classes to do, worksheets, workbooks, programs, 1,000 recipes, meal plans, food trackers, a chat feature with our coaches, me and Coach Kelsey, as well as over 1,000 workout programs. So the question today to get you an entry, to get entered to win this, before we even get to Stardust in May, is which of the 8 dimensions of wellness are you most excited to learn more about and possibly focus on in the workshop, and why? Share your thoughts in the comments below. That is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining us, and I can't wait to see you on our next live. Have a good night.